Hello and a very good afternoon. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Mosby. Thank you for joining us this Saturday. What a brilliant day we've had so far. The new bespectacled Ben with me new very focused. I'm sort of getting used to them, still not used to the big googly eyes. But you know, I can see things now, which is always good. And I tell you what, I'm pleased that I've got my new glasses on because we've got some brand new goodies to look at over the course of the next couple of hours, which I'm hugely excited about, from the lovely Sharon Callis, who I'll introduce you to in just a few moments' time. Before we meet our two guests on this particular show, just to remind you, of course, that it is our Valentine's weekend, and as part of that, if you do spend £15 or $15 on anything, you will get a little freebie, a little 6x6 rose garden paper pad. So that automatically gets popped into your basket. We'll chat more about Valentine's and Galentine's as it is today in just a little bit, but as I've said, two fabulous guests to join me over the course of the next couple of hours. One here in the studio with me, she's been my crafty partner in crime all day today, the queen of demos. It is the lovely Fiona. First question, have you cleaned your hands? Yes, you have!
Yes, yeah, look, magic, magic. And for anybody who's just watching this and doesn't know what on earth we're talking about, we just had the fab masterclass, but we used a lot of ink and I got it in a lot of places. So yes, nice clean hands to start this fabulous new show.
And we're very excited, of course, we've got brand new goodies to play with from Sharon Callis, haven't we?
I know, and they're gorgeous, aren't they? These are so, do you know what I think they are? They are soft and romantic. I'd be interested to hear what Sharon says, but do you know what, for me, these are soft, romantic friends, the perfect stamps for Galentine.
Absolutely right. We are bringing to you the brand new Sharon Callis from the Heart Stamp Collection. And wouldn't it be handy if we had the designer herself on the show to chat to? Well, as if by magic and the power of technology, we should now be able to zoom all the way. Why did I do that? Zoom all the way over to Ireland and say hello to the lovely Sharon Callis. How are you, Sharon?
Hey! Hi!
How's we've all got clean hands as well, which we established at the start of the show there. Sharon, first question I want to ask you, obviously you're over in Ireland, and what's the weather like there? Is it as cold as it is here in England?
It is absolutely freezing at the moment. Now, luckily enough, we only got snow last night, and it's kind of gone now, so we've avoided mostly, but I've seen on the news how bad that you have it over there, so I hope everybody stays safe, stays at home, stays warm.
Yeah, and the good news is, with all of the weather as it is, we can stay in our craft rooms and stay snugly and keep crafting. Now, of course, you've got a brand new collection to bring to us, and I know we have loads of viewers who know exactly who you are, but I'm sort of aware of the fact that we have new people tuning in all the time. I think people turning to us, you know, to start a new hobby, to start a new craft. For people who are watching for the first time, just tell us a little bit about your background as a crafter and how you came to be with us on the team here at Crafters Companion.
Gosh. I originally started out in soft crafts, where I used to do dressmaking, quilting, costume making, embroidery, knitting, you name it, wool, fabric craft. I was mad into that. And then I decided that I was going to start making gift boxes and cards to go with the fabric craft projects I made, but I quickly became addicted.
Yeah.
I got so into the card making, the paper craft, the making the cards, making them coordinate with boxes, and I was just hooked. And anybody will tell you, I mean, it just takes one card in there. That's it. You're pulled in, and that's it. You're not leaving. You're stuck.
And that's it, isn't it? You hear that so many times that you get into crafting and all of a sudden you're absolutely hooked on it. And of course, you are now designing these amazing ranges for us. I'm delighted to say, actually, I think I've been part of the last two launches, which we've got on the show a little bit later on at great deals. But this is your brand new range, the From the Heart stamp collection. What was the kind of thought behind this particular collection, and how did you kind of go about putting it all together?
Well, there was two kind of angles I came from with this. First of all, as well as card making, I like to do home decor. And I was seeing these inspirational quotes that people were putting in little frames on their walls.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, I'd love a stamp like that where I could play around with it and do different colours, use different mediums, techniques, even stamp on fabric. So it was from that I decided that I would go for the larger size. But then when it came to the sentiments, you read them all, they're to give you a lift, they're to lighten the mood, they're to brighten your day. So I wanted something that was cheerful and bright and fun, you know, and even something that you could use for all across the board, you know, for all occasions, for all age groups, for all genders. So it was an all-encompassing kind of, what can I put in this collection that would cover a broad variety of occasions and sentiments, and that's where this collection came from.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you've definitely captured that. And one of the things I was going to say, do you know what? A lot of the kind of phrases and sentiments that you've got within this collection are so useful in this particular time, because I think, well, I certainly have, and we've been chatting about, you know, you don't always have to wait for a particular occasion or a birthday to send a card. And right now, you know, when people perhaps are struggling during lockdown or, you know, during these strange times, there's some lovely sentiments here to put on those just because cards, aren't there?
Yeah, and they're not what I call pressure sentiments. I've seen sentiments before where they were like, oh, sorry you're having a hard time, thinking of you. Whereas the beautiful one is there are so many beautiful reasons to be happy. It's just a little hint to somebody that you know they're going through something and you know it's a hard time. But you don't want to, as I say, preach at them. You just want them to know that they're in your thoughts, you know, or the one, you know, have a wonderful day like your birthday. But you could do that for a wedding anniversary. You could use that for a christening. I mean, there's a lot of people now who can't have their weddings and christenings and family all around. So cards like that, a big bold statement, you know, and they can become a centerpiece as well. And don't forget, you can stamp them onto your fabric or make your home decor, or even boxes. If you're sending a little care package to somebody to cheer them up, just think of making a little topper for your box with the sentiment on it. And I mean, how lovely would that be to get that through the day, you know, brighten it up for you.
Absolutely. Sharon, thank you so much for now. We're going to have a look at all of these stamps and get the price and details up on screen, which we'll come back to you in just a little bit. And of course, Fiona's got some lovely demos lined up too. Thank you for all the lovely messages coming in, by the way. Loads of you already getting in touch and saying hello. We will mention a few of those in just a few moments' time. But let's show you these brand new stamps. You can be one of the very first to get your hands on this collection. And what a deal this is as well. Brand new. And again, I love the fact that, do you know what, we bring you something brand new. And I always think on a launch show, we should charge you full price because it's new, isn't it? So, do you know what I mean? When you launch a new product, we should charge full price.
Yes.
But we never do.
No.
We're lovely like that. $47.94 or $59.70 is what you should pay. $31.96 or $39.80 today for this collection. And take a look at all of the beautiful stamps you're going to get within your From the Heart stamp collection. And as Sharon was sort of alluding to, do you know what? These are all great. This is the Happiness, the first that you're going to get within this set. Really, really gorgeous. And actually things and sentiments and designs that you're not just going to use into your card making. They have got that sort of feel that, you know, you can use these in your home decor pieces as well. And something for so many different occasions too. You know, if you are just making, you know, cards right now to send to people to cheer them up, look at this one. A day without laughter is a day wasted. And again, so much detail. I love all of this within the stamps that you're going to get within this collection. We've then got wishing you a wonderful day. Again, you've got 7 stamps within this collection. So again, we're talking balloons and cupcakes. Oh, I owe you a cupcake, by the way, over there, don't I?
You do. Yeah. You do. I'll hold you to that.
Sorry about that. But I haven't got it yet. You'll have to wait. But again, just absolutely joyous designs. We've got little candles on there as well. Little sprinkles there too. Yes, I did conveniently forget. You are right. Next up is the From the Heart. You Make My Heart Sing. And again, look at that. The gorgeous heart detailing there. You've got all of your musical notations, your little treble clef. And oh, look at those, your little heart quavers as well. Look at me with my musical knowledge. Absolutely gorgeous, but so much detailing. And as I say, this is great, isn't it, to pop onto your cards, but also for you know, your home decor as well. Just truly stunning. Lots of different stars in here as well. This one is You're Beautiful, so there are so many beautiful reasons to be happy. More beautiful florals on here and flourishes and bows. I think you'll agree, this set really is gorgeous, and for so many different occasions as well. Here is your friendship. Friendship, one of life's greatest gifts. And again, so many things that we love in craft incorporated into all of these stamps as well. Your florals, here we're seeing your feathers and your birds as well. Just gorgeous. Love that font as well. The kind of, yeah, wisp is a great word, isn't it? All the wisps that you've got going on here and that beautiful kind of font with the friendship as well. Kind of imagine that has almost been written by a little feather dipped in some ink. And then we are back to the start with our happiness as well. Happiness is found in the simplest of things. Absolutely gorgeous. So you're getting all of those. It's 38 elements in total for $31.96 or $39.80. You can be one of the very first to get your hands on these today here at Crafters TV. And of course, that price includes the saving, but it doesn't include the discount that you'll get if you're a Club Inspired member, of course. And if you're a Platinum member, that's another 20% that comes off that price right there. So again, the price comes down well under £30 and the low end of $30. Let's have a look at some finished samples because I know Fiona's got a few over the other side of the studio, and these will just show to you the kind of things that you can create.
I know, aren't these just stunning? These are big, beautiful photopolymer stamps, which you can be using with your classiques, with your tri-blends, with your inks. Absolutely gorgeous. That would make the most fantastic Valentine's Day card, would it not?
Absolutely.
Wish I'd thought about that beforehand, before I came up. Now, I love this. This one has got so many accent stamps, which I absolutely adore. Including here, these circles. In fact, I use it so much because I think the circles are stunning. A day without laughter is a day wasted.
It's true.
Ain't that the truth? So, but what about this one? Here we go. Happiness is found in the simplest of things. That's what I tell my husband.
Do you know what? You just beat me to that. I was just about to say that's what my wife says to me.
But aren't they gorgeous? Now look at this for a friendship one, and I think Valentine's Day should celebrate friendship too. That is beautiful, isn't it? Friendship, one of life's greatest gifts. They have a wonderful graphic quality to these stamps. Incredible movement with all those swoops that you've got going on there. I think they are sensational. They are some of the nicest letter shaped stamps that I've seen for a long time. Wishing you a wonderful day, and you can see you can really go to town with those accent stamps. Or if you loved that earlier show we were doing with your inky background, how marvellous does that work? How marvellous. So we're going to be playing with all of these, and we're going to be doing loads and loads of inky stampy wonderfulness. Right, okay, let me just move these. I've got so many favourites, it's just unbelievable. So we're going to be using the beautiful. So have a look to start with at these stamps. You have got all of these accent stamps. So not only have you got this huge photopolymer stamp. Why are photopolymer stamps important? Because they stamp beautifully. You get the most wonderful. They are top of the range. The minute you get them, you're going to feel that thickness and quality in them. So many beautiful reasons to be happy. I love the typewriter font with this swirl. And then I love all of these extra accents that you've got, which you can use independently or together. And I'm going to sneak in because one of the ones I really love, look at this, that circle one is just sensational from A Day Without Laughter. So we're going to be using that as well. So let me move those to one side and we're going to get going. Now, you could be doing all sorts with these. What I'm going to be doing with it, once I've put those there so I don't lose them, is I'm going to be using the quick dry inks to start off with. Okay. Because, do you know, this is a nice quick stamping demo. What I also like about this is that Sharon has put the wording with the main stamp. So it means I don't have to worry about getting that lined up, because that is already lined up for me. So what we're going to do is we are just going to play. So what I'm going to do is just ink up various ones. So I'm going to have a bit of pink
at some point as well. I'll get you to measure these if you can, because we've got a few people asking the size of them.
Okay, I will measure them in just a second.
Thank you. I thought I'd forewarn you.
Fantastic. So here we're going to go. We're just going to put a bit there, and you can see all I'm doing is I'm just merging these along. I'm not worrying too much. I'm not getting too exercised about where the ink goes, as long as I get ink on some of them. So there we go, and then we're just going to go for a purple at the end, and we're going to hope that I hit all the bits.
By the way, if you want to know about all your ink pads tomorrow, got a bit of an ink pad 101 on our craft class at 1 o'clock, so make sure you join us for that if you want to know all about the different inks that we've got and what you can do with them. Right,
this is interesting. So I'm just lining that up. One of the things you might have noticed is I'm sitting down. I don't often sit down to craft, so I'm sitting comfortably, but it's interesting because I've not actually sat down and stamped before. But wow,
yes,
doesn't that look
beautiful,
fabulous? Now you wanted to know what size this stamp. Oh, it was worth me cleaning my hands, wasn't it? Because guess what I've just done?
10 minutes in.
Yeah, 10 minutes in, and I'm already doing it. So I'm just going to measure this main stamp for you. It is 15 centimetres, but I can't do that because that doesn't work. Hang on. We're going to have to do proper language. Oh, okay. Okay, we are going. You can tell what age people went to school by the metric or imperial. So that, I would say, it's about 2.5 inches by about 5.5 inches.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so 2.5 by 5.5. I think that is looking gorgeous, I really do. So now we're just going to bring in, I'm just going to clean that down. There we go. Yeah. And then we're going to get some more stamps. So where have we got those lovely circles from the laughter set?
So this again goes to show that you've got a great way of being able to just to combine the different stamps from the different. Obviously the stamps work well within the mini collections, but you can, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Play with the collection. You've got 38 stamps you can be playing with there. I mean, it's just fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah.
So here we go. We're going to do some, look. It's just giving me that fantastic edge or frame that's going on there. Now I could have used some of the florals which are in there, but I like the look of those, and if you overlap them, it don't matter because they're already overlapped. And I'm using, if you're wondering what colour I'm using pink tulip because I think it looks pretty. Here we go. I might have to give up on this sitting down and doing it and stand up.
You're doing very well. So they didn't offer me a chair, by the way.
Did they not?
No.
Did they not?
No.
Yeah, you see, that's because you're not an old lady like what I is, you see.
You're not an old lady. What are you like?
Anyway, here we go. So there we are. Now look how pretty that
Absolutely.
is, isn't it? And can you see how well those circles work? They just work fantastically well. Now the other thing we've got on the show, and I'm sure Sharon won't mind me saying, is we have got, I'm pretty sure, Georgie, our producer, will tell me if not, but I believe we've got some of these sparkly things, Georgie, from Hunky Dory. Okay.
A couple of colours are sold out, but we do have them. Pretty pinks and the crystal and black.
Okay, well that's good because I'm using the Aurora.
Oh, that's good. Almost as if you knew, Fiona.
Almost as if I knew.
Oh no, sorry, it's just sold out. And the gold and silver's just
Okay,
gone
which
as well.
colours have I got?
We've got greens, blues, sepia, festive, purple.
Oh, I could have used the festive, couldn't I? Or the purple. But anyway, I'm going to stick with these. These are fun because you're getting, in each strip, and it doesn't matter which strip you use, you get 1,236 little...
How many?
1,236. Now, I didn't count them. I have to be honest. It tells me on the back there, 1,236 gemstones. So somebody counted them, but that person was not me. So they're lovely because they are in strips, and you can just use them as I have, just here, just on the side there. But you can, if you really want to, you can cut individual gemstones out and use them individually just to accent things. I mean, how fabulous is that? And they're all ready to go. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So have a look at the different colours we've got going on because they're all gorgeous. I have them all at home and I adore them. So there we go.
Perfect to use with your flowers, as you see in there. Love that.
Yeah. So, right, what we're going to do, I'm going to pop those to one side and we're just going to make this into a card. Yeah, I am going to have to stand up in a minute. I'm getting myself all over the shop here. So
funny, isn't it, how you get used to doing standing up crafting and then when you sit down, it's a little bit
well,
different.
do you know, at home, I have one of those kneeling stools.
Yeah.
So I have a little kneeling stool at home.
Oh,
and
the
I have
ones
to
where you have to sort of sit straight up. Yeah, I know you mean.
Oh, bless. Shall I tell you something? My husband doesn't do social media, so I'm safe in telling you this. He put it together for me, and he brought it upstairs, and he said, I don't think this works. And I said, what do you mean? It looks fine to me. He said, no. He said, and I said, okay, show me how you were trying to use it.
Yeah.
And what he was trying to do is he was trying to sit on the bottom and lean his chest on the top one. And I went,
so you're the wrong way around.
Yeah, that's why it didn't work, my darling. So once we figured out how it worked, he was absolutely fine. Now, if you're loving all of these different centuras that you're seeing, you can find them all on our website. So that is just going to sit just there. I've got another little strip which is just going to go down the side here. Now, of course, you can use whatever you fancy at home, but I think, you know what I'm like with my oranges, my bright pumpkin colours. They are today, just amazing. Just amazing. Nobody could say to me, you're not colourful.
No, exactly right.
Because, my word, you know, you might as well.
And I love the way as well, I always kind of know when you're using your quick dries, the sort of colours that you'll tend to go for as well, because you've definitely got your faves, haven't you?
Yeah. And I do tend to go back to them. And they tend to be the bright ones.
Yeah.
There you go. Always, every single time. So we're just going to pop a little bit on here.
But these stamps, again, are simple crafting, aren't they? They give you such a beautiful
they
finish,
really do.
But it's so super simple for anyone who's just starting out with their craft as well, isn't it?
There you are. You see, we could use that one. And in fact, I think I'm going to use that one. I had done one as well, which was just simpler. But do you know what? I like that, and I like it with the circles as well. So that's the one we're going to use. There we go. I think that is a fab card. I think it is one of those things. I think we should start sending cards to people.
I agree.
So that
I agree.
the post is more interesting than bills.
Yes.
You know, this should be the year when we send cards just because we want to make people smile. Look at that. I think that's a fab card.
Absolutely. I just love that. Gorgeous colours, beautiful stamps. Maybe we should start some sort of movement where we, you know, try and flood the post with happy cards, you know, with cards with these sort of beautiful sentiments on, so that people aren't dreading the post arriving because it's just bills or junk mail or whatnot. We chatted about it recently, you know, how nice it used to be back in the day when you used to get a handwritten letter. Let's start doing that now. Let's start using a collection like this and making some cards just to send to friends, just to put a bit of happiness back in their life, just to tell somebody that they're beautiful, just to give someone a little bit of laughter. That's exactly what you've got with this collection. Few quick hellos, because we've got some lovely comments already coming in. Betty's with us from Chicago, Monica in Detroit, Will from sunny Hastings, Jill from North Yorkshire, Sally from Broughton, North Devon. Your mate George is in the gallery, by the way. Debbie from Kent. Laura M on YouTube says, hello from my mum and I watching Crafters TV whilst having a video craft along. Sharon says, you look great in your new glasses, Ben. Thank you, Sharon. I'm getting used to them. Mary says, hello again. I had two choices. Go out and shovel snow or watch CC. Guess which one won? I bet that was a tough decision, was it not? I bet that was tough. Monica saying, hey, Ben and Fiona, love your glasses. Hi, Sharon, says Joy. Love your collection. Mary Kelly on Facebook says, fabulous sentiment stamps from a fabulous designer and lady. Sharon, she is fabulous. We love her. And I tell you what, doesn't she bring some amazing collections to us? If you want to go for this today, $31.96 or $39.80. Versatility is the key. And once again, if you are new, nothing complicated about using these stamps, but actually the result that you get is going to be perfect every time. Professional looking cards you'll be able to make, professional looking home decor straight off the bat. And of course, if you go for this today, $31.96 or $39.80 qualifies you for that free Valentine's gift as well, because you spent over £15 or $15. Talking of the lovely lady, the talented Sharon Callis, let us cross back over to Callis Towers and say good afternoon once again to Sharon. Lots of love already coming in for this collection, Sharon. So I think it's a good opportunity to actually chat to you and get your take on this particular collection and how you came up with it and how you came up with all of the different sentiments that you've got within the stamp collection.
I just want to say thank you to everybody as well for the comments. I see them scrolling by and I can't answer them at the moment, but it's very nice and I do appreciate it.
Oh, brilliant stuff. There's lots of lovely comments coming in, as I say, and we shall keep reading those out as we head through the show. I know you've obviously got some samples with you there in the studio, so do you want to show us some of the samples that you've got and we can have a look at what you've been creating?
Yeah, just to give you some idea what you can do with the stamps in the collection.
Oh, wow.
So this one here is the Wonderful stamp. So as you can see, they have little cupcakes in them. And all I've done is I've stamped the cupcake, but as you can see, you can add your little sprinkles, you can add your cherries, you can add your candles, etc. to them, make them look different and matte and layer them then on coloured cards.
Yeah.
And then the balloon at the top. And all those were coloured using the tri-blend pens as well. And that's the quick dry inks there. So that's one card. So that's wonderful. Now, wonderful day. We have that set up for birthday. And if you were to do that in all white and all black and creams and gold, you could have that for a wedding or a christening. This is one of my favourite ones. So this is A Day Without Laughter is a Day Wasted. This is a very simple evil card. So I'll just open it out so people can see. It's an A4 card, but it was trimmed down the side to make it narrower, and then just made a simple nest and die on that. And then you can see that I used the little elements and I cut them out, and I just used foam pads to add them on. So if you don't want to stamp direct onto the sentiment itself, use the decorative elements to add extra interest to your card. So then, and this one, Fiona is just used there. There's a bit of a glare here on my computer.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. This is so many beautiful reasons to be happy. This is just a deadfold card, and that's using one of the nesting dies as well. That's just so simple to do. And that pad there is the contemporary watercolour pad that you have on the website. So, and you see there the little roses, they're stamp elements that you get as well. So you can cut them out and you can colour them in and add them, build them up, make a bit more points of interest on the card. And then, as Fiona was saying earlier with the inking, how gorgeous is this card? So this one was done by Rebecca, and it's a colour background with Spectrum Noir ink, just stamped over. So the sentiment itself is big, it's bold, it holds its own when you stamp it onto the ink and colour backgrounds, and then you can just play around with the decorative elements on that one. And then the From Your Heart, I love this one. So with Valentine's Day coming up, this is the bobbin lace frame, and this is another one actually by Rebecca. And she just coloured the heart in. Now you don't have to, you can just leave it blank, but she coloured it in with her Spectrum Noir, mounted it onto the bobbin lace frame, and then used decorative elements like pulling flowers, and then the stamp elements there in the background.
These are brilliant.
This is another one from the design team. Unfortunately, there's no name on this, so I can't give credit, but I'll hold it back. Is that better?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
This is Happiness. And that's another easel card that's done quite easily, simply. But that's a colour wash background, but that's actually heat embossed with the white, and then you put the ink over it, and the heat embossing resists the ink. So it's quite simple and effective to do. And another beautiful card. So this has been stamped, but as you can see, it's been over-stamped then along the edges with the decorative elements. So it gives it a kind of a 3D effect. And then go around the edges of the lettering then with the, I believe that's an IG1 Spectrum Noir pen, just to give it a little 3D lift. And then another laughter card here. But this is a great example of how, using the extra little stamps, you can create backgrounds and points of interest in the card. And even on the inside, how gorgeous is this? This is from Lisa. So she's used this to decorate the inside as well. And I just think that's so fun and so cute. But that would actually, if you were to use that and put little photo corners in it and put a little photo in there or a little gift card, I think that would be absolutely gorgeous. And then another one, it's the wonderful, it's
great
birthday, and again it's the cupcake. So it's got the sprinkles on it, and it's got a candle as well, and just add a few flowers. But that's an 8x8 card, so you can see there the size of the section, the way it fills space for you. So that's just a few examples of what that's just the base.
Yeah, and do you know what? Just to see a few samples there, I think it kind of goes to show. I always think you can tell how good a particular range is from all of the different samples that people make and all of the different kind of inspiration that people take. And actually, with that collection as well, so many different styles of card. And I looked at a few of the cards that you had there and just thought to myself, all you need to do really is just put a frame around them. Beautiful piece of home decor as well. And that's what you were alluding to earlier, wasn't it?
It was, yes. I mean, it's just so simple with the box frames. I mean, this one in particular, Have a Wonderful Day. I mean, you could frame that up straight away, and it's a lovely little keepsake. Or imagine a photo album. If you were to get one of the memory album book finds that are on the website, you could make up little memory books and look at this for a cover. I wish you a wonderful day. They could put all their birthday photos in, their christening photos, wedding day photos as well. They'd use different colours, mediums, and add a bit of sparkle with your sparkle pens. So these are just basic tools, but with your imagination you can take it further.
Absolutely. Great to see the inspiration from over in Ireland, and loads of inspiration here in the studio as well. Sharon, we'll come back to you very shortly. So many people already loving this collection. Candice on Facebook just saying, hello again, Ben, Fiona, CCTV gang and Sharon, loving the stamps. Susan just saying such beautiful fonts. Mary Kelly on YouTube, here we go. I think these sentiments are amongst the most original I have ever seen. Well done, Sharon. Maureen's already bagged them. Well done, Maureen. Maureen Isherwood on Facebook says, just ordered. They are stunning. Excellent. With a little emoji heart-eyed man. You know the one I mean. Patty, who went with us earlier on, said, just purchased this stamp set. Now my Sharon Callis collection is complete. For the time being. Now I can enjoy the lovely Fiona's demos. And lots of love as well, just for Sharon in general. Joy again saying, Sharon is such a sweetheart. I bought these stamps during the craft day on HSN, says Deborah Tyler. They are amazing, so thank you, Sharon. Listen, let me just show you the boards once again before we get on to see some more demos. This is the new collection. By the way, and we'll come on to this in just a little bit, we do have the previous collections from Sharon on the show at lower prices. One of the collections is at the best ever price too. So if you want to be able to catch up on those, we'll recap on them in a bit. But get this now, seriously, I just think this is great value for money. Particularly this is the launch day here on Crafters TV. So you should be paying almost £48, almost $60. So you're getting that saving of $15.98 or $19.90. Platinum members get another 20% off the price that you're seeing on screen there. So that's another, what, £26.40 off that, isn't it? And almost another £8 off that. So it's low. It's around $31 you're paying, and then about £25 roughly if you're a platinum member. But look, again, this is what you get. All of these stamps, and I love the fact as well that we've already seen with Fiona's first demonstration there that you've got stamps that you can interchange amongst the mini collections within the main collection. There's just so much scope for these. Happiness is found in the simplest of things. Which is just great. Fiona's favourite one, that was the one she said about her husband earlier. Then you've got this one here. A day without laughter is a day wasted. And again, you can see all of the kind of like mini stamps that you've got alongside your main sentiment, which are just great to be able to interchange amongst the different collections. This one here is your wonderful, big fan of this, cupcakes and balloons. And you've even, as Sharon was saying, got the little sprinkles on there as well, which is just great. So many different swirls and kind of added embellishments and accents. You make my heart sing. Again, take a look at this. Anyone who loves their music, maybe you've got a musician in the family, this is great. Love the kind of little swirly corner stamp. You've got your treble clef, we've got hearts, and what a great kind of central sentiment that you've got there, which is just absolutely gorgeous. The fonts as well, loads of people chatting about the different fonts that you've got here. Gorgeous. This is the beautiful, which you saw a few moments ago there in Fiona's first demo. There are so many beautiful reasons to be happy. And once again, lots of other stamp detail that you've got, the roses and the bows and the swirls to be able to go with that or interchange with the other stamps that you've got. This is gorgeous, isn't it? This friendship one really is super. I think it might be my favourite. I love the birds on here. I want to say, like, that one's a swift, isn't it? I want to say. That
Swift or swallow?
Swift. And a swallow, a swift or a swallow. And
I think that's hummingbird.
Hummingbird, yeah. Look at me with my ornithological knowledge. I'm
I bet you didn't find any
glasses.
of those in Birdwatch, did you?
What's that?
I bet you didn't see any of those on Birdwatch last weekend.
No, I didn't, because I didn't watch it. Yeah. But, no, and then we're back to the start. There we go. So all 38 stamps you're going to get within this collection. $31.96 or $39.80. Grab it today. Be one of the very first to get this back home. Now, we've got other collections for you from Sharon Callis, and these have always been very popular with you. If you haven't got them yet today, this is a good day. This vintage lace frames collection is the one at the best ever price, isn't it? Is that right, George? Best ever price. Now, Sharon will remind me a little bit later on, but what we love about this particular collection is that you've got all these gorgeous ornate frames, so the ability to be able to create cards from scratch. You've got your kind of mats and layers there should you want to as well, but there's so much detail within each frame, isn't there, Fiona?
It's absolutely incredible, and they cut beautifully. And do you know what? Even if you just cut them up and mat and layer, because you've got that beautiful decorative part which layers onto your mat, and you can build these up. They are stunning, stunning, stunning. And at that kind of value, grab them and get them in your collection, because you will use them every single time. The amount of times I see these teamed with all of Sharon's wonderful range and ours, they're brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got your Torkin lace frame, your Irish lace, your bobbin lace, and your Venetian lace frame as well. And we'll look at those in more detail with Sharon in just a little bit. What I love about these, and I still can't get over it from when she told me when we launched them, you've got little creatures hidden within each of the different frames as well, which we'll talk more about a little bit later on. Did you know that, Fiona?
I didn't. Now I'm going to have to cut them all and have a look.
Oh, yes. No, we'll talk about it more later. George is listing off all the creatures. We'll talk about it later, see if you can spot them all. Also from Sharon, there's no pandas hidden in there, George, for goodness sake. No, it's things like butterflies and ladybugs and things. Anyway, moving swiftly on, we've also got this beautiful collection as well. I remember when we launched this too, it's a lovely collection, the Butterflies and Blooms collection. This is at a lower price once again for you, £53 or $73. $75.92 or $99.60 is what it should be. And don't forget, you're not paying that price on screen either, because wherever you are within Club Inspire, you get another discount. But this is gorgeous butterflies, it's gorgeous florals, and you've got some fantastic sentiments in here too. What I would say as well, for me, I love the fact that within this you get those quilling dies. Loads of people talk about how great those dies are, the system that allows you to create these amazing flowers with real simplicity. And again, we'll chat to Sharon about that collection a little bit later on. I just do want to double check that picture you're seeing there. I'm not sure that you get the low tack tape with that, just to double check. We will double check on that, but the picture that you've just seen, I don't know, you don't. So you get everything but the low tack tape that you saw. That doesn't come with it, all right? But even still, a really super price. Let us go back to Fiona and see what she's going to be crafting with next. We're sticking with the From the Heart stamp collection. What are you going to No, we're not.
No, we're not.
We're going over to the Butterflies and Blooms.
We're not. We're going to do Butterflies and Blooms,
I knew.
my dear.
I was just testing.
Absolutely. So look at these. They're absolutely stunning. So what we've got here, then you've got the butterflies here. What I love about these is you get the mats and layers, but they are dimensional.
Yeah.
Look how well the quilling flowers work with them. So you're getting the two different types of butterflies. You're going to get Vanessa and you're going to get the Mariposa, which is just
This
gorgeous.
is the most extravagant
and again,
butterfly I think I've ever seen.
Oh my word, just so pretty. The quilling dies work so well together. Whether you do it in beautiful subtle colours, whether you go full on bling-tastic with it, absolutely stunning, or whether you go for something really delicate and dainty, aren't they just gorgeous? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using the Vanessa die and a variety of stamps as well. So I'm just going to put those somewhere safe. There we are, that's somewhere safe. Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to have a go at making this. Isn't that pretty?
Wow.
Doesn't that work well? Blues and craft cards, absolutely stunning. I just think those colours work so well together.
Anyone would think you're a fan of the craft card. We've seen it quite a lot today, haven't we?
It is funny that, isn't it?
I like it though. I
Funny?
like that we're seeing it, because I don't think we see it as much as we should.
No.
It's a useful card to have in your armoury, isn't it?
So versatile, so versatile. So we're going to start by just cutting this fantastic butterfly. I want first that fantastic swirl, so we're going to cut that, and I want a butterfly, so we're going to cut that in the middle of there as well. So where's me special tape? Here we go. So we'll just hold that in place with a bit of tape and we will run it through. So what we're going to do is pop this down. Do you know what, for speed, if I can find one. Woo! That worked.
I love the fact that you're having to contend today not only with your stool, but then you've got the little box there as well. I mean, the machines and all sorts going on. It's not easy over that side of the studio today.
Yeah, what it is I'm very short in real life, and these counters are not.
No.
So I end up standing, me and Leanne have this little box which we share, which we stand on, which is really very sweet, but it means I'm up and down like a yo-yo. So I've also got a chair behind me as well, just to give myself, because it's a long old day. We've been busy today and we've still got another show to do, haven't we, Ben?
Oh, we have, yeah. It's a busy old day. When we're in here at Crafters TV, we are here for the day. Let me just tell you, we are here for the day. But take a look at this. This is stunning.
Cut beautifully, isn't it? Cut absolutely stunningly well. So what we're going to do is just to move that off to one side, and then before I take all my tape off, I just want to hit this with a wee bit of ink. So let me just come here. There we go. Do you know what will probably happen? I'll probably have to re-put that tape, the die back. Yeah, there we go, that's fine. That's fine. We're going to hit that one first. So, what we're going to do, there we are. There's my butterfly. That's it. Right, so I've got Oasis. This is the water reactive ink pad. And now, what we're going to do is just hit these little flowers. These little flowers.
Oh, okay.
There is so much detail in here. This is so pretty. So I'm using this as a stencil now. I'm using the die as a stencil just to hit the bits which I want to hit with ink, which is these lovely little flowers that we've got going on.
I want to say this is the
gorgeous.
first time I've actually seen this sort of
right.
technique. I'm sure I've not seen this before. So leaving pieces within the die.
Yeah,
I think them up
absolutely.
first.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a nice way of doing it. And I think sometimes people forget that with metal dies, you can absolutely do this. You don't have to fret. Now, look, if I then give this a gentle tap to release it, there we go. Only because I've put my pokey tool somewhere safe again. Right, here we go. Pair of scissors, that'll work. Here we go. Look at that. Can you see now the centres of those flowers?
Yeah.
Have all got the little pale blue pieces just within. Isn't that pretty?
That's such a great tip. I love that, Fiona.
It is so pretty. Then I've got my little outline butterfly frame, which we're going to use. So that's going to go to one side. And then do you know what we're going to do? We're going to just hit these. I'm just having a look to see. I think most of these pieces are going to pop out. But in case we have some which don't, what I'm going to do is just ink this, and then I'm going to pop these out.
And the thing that people will notice with this as well, I just love this collection for, we love using our butterflies in craft, like sort of butterflies and flowers and bumblebees that we were talking about earlier on as well. But there's so much detail in these butterflies, isn't there? Within the frames themselves, within the actual butterflies too, there's so much scope with these. And I just think these are some of the prettiest butterfly designs that I've certainly seen. They really, really are stunning. And you're going to have a lot of joy using these. Take a look at this again.
I'm going to hold this forward so you can see, because I've used a pale colour, and I'm going to hold that there. Look at the difference that ink.
So cool.
Isn't that pretty? Just picked up some of the extra detail. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, we're having our standard sort of left and right dilemma here, aren't we?
I thought you were just showing the butterfly in motion. That's why you flew off the screen to fly it back in again.
Yeah. There we go. No, it's there. Look, absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Really pretty. Right, I'm just going to have a clear away, and then we're going to put this card together.
All right, well, whilst you're clearing, I've got some more messages coming in here. Lots of lovely messages. By the way, keep track of all of Fiona's demos as well, because we will be asking you, I reckon in about an hour's time, I can't believe we're already 45 minutes in, about an hour's time we'll be asking you for your demo of the show, so we can pop it up on our Crafty Walk of Fame. And of course, don't forget, if you want to get in touch in the comments on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're watching, let us know what you love about Sharon's collections. Maybe you've got the frames collections, maybe you've got the butterflies and blooms, maybe you are going to grab the wonderful From the Heart stamp collection today. Let us know what you're loving about Sharon's collections, and also if you've got any pictures that you want to send us with regards to these collections. All right, so if you've made anything recently with these collections, we'd love to see your makes. But also it is, I hadn't heard of this either, but it's Galentine's Day today. Galentine's. It is a real thing. Galentine's Day. No, it sounds. Tell you what it sounds like. It sounds like a ventriloquist, doesn't it? You know,
they can't say Valentine. Galentine.
Galentine's.
It's Galentine's Day. Galentine.
Got a look here.
Yeah.
No, it's Galentine. So what we're looking for is pictures of you and your pals. So your gals, you and the gals, you and your pals, you and your furry friends, whatever it might be. We've been asking you to send pictures in over the last 24 hours, and we've actually got some prizes for people who have previously sent in photos. However, that does not stop you sending in pictures of you and your mates. Maybe you just want to send pictures of of you and your crafty mates. We had a lovely picture earlier on from Christine Mahoney. She sent in a picture of her with loads of the gang who'd done this Zoom craft along together, and it was so great. So do send in those pictures. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Even during these strange times, we're all still finding ways to keep in touch with each other, aren't we? And particularly things like Zoom and Skype. Great to be able to do little craft alongs with each other as well. And it's nice, isn't it, that loads of people have met through Crafters TV too, which I just think is just brilliant. Right, you are inking up over there.
I am. So I've used the same ink just to go round this piece of stamping card. And this, by the way, if you're wondering what colour I'm using the Oasis, which is a pretty paler version of Parakeet. There we go.
That's one of your faves.
It's one of my faves, absolutely it is. And I'm using, in terms of stamps, here we are, we're going to pop that on right there. In terms of stamps, I am using the Butterfly Friendship collection, which has got some really pretty little butterflies and stamps in there.
Yeah.
So we're just going to take a few of them and stamp them randomly all over the place to make a bit of a background going on here. So we'll just get a couple of these. There we go. So we can save time just by putting a couple of stamps on there. So we're just going to go on with this, and again I'm still using the Oasis, and what we want is a bit of a random pattern going on. So this is basically stamping with the same colour I've done underneath. It works really well, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really well. And then...
And we'll go through with Sharon in just a little while, actually, the full collection that you're going to get, because you get so much within the Butterflies and Blooms collection as far as stamps and dies are concerned. So plenty to show you with Sharon in just a moment. And of course, you get those quilling dies as well, which are just absolutely phenomenal. You
really do. Now, we're just going to, I can't remember what colour this is, I think it's Smoke Plume. So we're just going to pop a few. Pretty, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Just to make ourselves a bit of a background paper going on here. So let's pop that one.
Again, this is my kind of crafting. You know, there's no kind of measurements, no kind of being specific about it. You just, you know, inking up, stamp away, have a bit of fun. That's what it's all about, as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. This is just about creating layers. Yeah. There we go. So you can see we've just got a pattern building up there. Now at home, I would carry on playing with that, and what we would end up with is something, you see that one?
There we go, yeah,
that perfect. Looks like that. Yeah, so you start there, and we've just used some few more stamps to end up with something which looks like, isn't that pretty? Now, if we just stamped a sentiment straight across there from Sharon's new collection, it would still work beautifully, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move those out the way, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a card together.
Okay.
Right, I'm just going to clear myself a bit of space, Ben. I don't know if there's
loads
anything
coming in.
You want to read?
Loads. Deborah saying, I bought these stamps during the craft day on HSN. They are amazing. Thank you, Sharon. Christine McCrone on Facebook, just ordered these stamps. We'll use them to make some more cards for sending a crafty hug. Yes. Lots of cards, please. Get them sent out to friends, family members, people who you think maybe are struggling during these current times and just need a card, because do send those out as well. And this is a perfect collection for that. Jancy just saying, Sharon, so helpful to hear the extra embellishment elements on the cards explained as you show the sample cards, so thank you. Joy saying, Sharon, I love how your large sentiments are special enough to truly make the entire card and the added motifs become the accents. Maxine Skingsley on Facebook, the lovely Maxine who was with us on Craft House, was it last week, Maxine, or the week before? I lose track of time. But hi Ben, Fiona and Sharon. Love Sharon's frames and was honoured to showcase them recently on Craft House. Just ordered my sentiment stamps too. There's loads of love for all of these actually. Beautiful set, says Christine. I have everything. That's Christine Mahoney. And Astrid Craft on Facebook just saying, I really love this set and the spaces that Sharon has created which are perfect for gemming up. There's love for all of Sharon's collections coming in. Don't forget this brand new collection, which we'll come back to in just a bit, and the Butterflies and Blooms collection, which we're showcasing right now at that low price, £53 or $73, saving $22.92 or $26.60. And again, if you just want to see exactly what you get for your money, we will go back to Sharon in just a few moments' time to show you exactly everything that you get with your Butterflies and Blooms. Plenty of craft card going on over that side of the
there's a
studio
goodly amount of craft cards. What I've done is I have done an easel card of 5x7, maybe a bit bigger, easel card, like that. So all I've been doing, the only bit you've missed is me just making my easel card.
Okay.
Just there. And now we get to the fun bit, which is the decoration. So you can see I've done 2 of those fabulous background papers. Do you know, the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm thinking, I could have just put a sentiment on there, but do you know what? We're going to go with this for now, and then we'll go back to those fantastic sentiments as well. So this is just so pretty, so pretty. That is going to sit just there. Oh my life, that is beautiful. You know, sometimes you just look at things and you go, yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
That just works really well. So here we are. This is the front. So there is that fantastic wreath.
Lots of love, by the way, for your little demo of inking through the die as well. I think
Oh,
that's
right.
new on a lot of people, I think.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. And do you know, it's fun to show, isn't it? Because sometimes we are so zooming around. A little bit of craft card. You see, I'm just matting that back in. There we go.
Yeah.
So it's looking good. And then we're going to pop on our butterfly. So just on the centre where we've inked through. Of course, we're only going to put ink on the middle because we want the wings to sit proud. Look at that.
This again, another great feature of this set, that you've got the motion of the wings. You can pop those out as well.
Really pretty.
Yeah.
And then we're going to add, all I've done with some of these other butterflies is I've just stamped and popped a few of them out. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pop a couple of those on there like that. It's looking pretty, isn't it?
It's looking pretty awesome. That's what it's
Pretty.
looking.
And then we are going to have, I think we'll have spread your wings just there, which is really gorgeous. And where's my little mat for that? I think it is gorgeous. So we're just going to have the spread your wings is going to sit just there.
Do you know what, producer Georgina, because we've got George and George in the gallery today, George squared, producer Georgina just kind of saying what I was just thinking to myself. Literally, I was just about to say it. This card, I think, could well be the demo of the show. I mean, I'm not preempting because obviously you've got more to show us, but it is very, very good, and it's going to be a difficult choice. This one's got to be up there, isn't it? It's a brilliant card.
And this little sentiment just says, butterflies remind us that it's never too late to transform ourselves.
Aww.
Isn't that pretty? And we're just going to mat and layer.
Did I tell you about the little butterfly farm that we bought?
No.
You can buy the little, what are they called? The little grubs.
Catalyst? Chrysalises.
No, you buy them before they get
Caterpillars.
to the... That's it.
That'll be
Caterpillar,
the
Ben.
very word.
Great word
Yeah.
to forget there, Ben. But you can buy the caterpillars and you get them on a little, like in a little petri dish, and then they eat the food off the petri dish, and then eventually you pop them into the bigger net which you get with it. They form a little chrysalis, and then your butterflies appear in this little net that you've got, and then you can send the butterflies off into the wild.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, it's
Isn't that pretty?
cute.
So delicate. Really well, works so well.
Really, really gorgeous. And again, do you know what I love about this again, and the fact that we can do this here on Crafters TV, is that, you know, you may have looked at that card initially when Fiona showed you and thought, well, there's no way that I could do that. But when you break it all down and you see all of the different component parts that you've got within the Butterflies and Blooms collection, that now becomes very achievable. And also, hopefully you're seeing that you've got the kind of crossover between the different sets as well, how beautifully the butterflies and blooms will work with your frames collection, how beautifully the new stamps work together with the butterflies and blooms. Everything works together beautifully. So like, if you're like Christine, for example, who's already emailed and got the whole collection, you've got so much scope to kind of intertwine all of the different bits and pieces from all the different collections to create some amazing cards. So yeah, if you've only got one or two different collections, that's great. But then if you're getting all three, the scope that you've got to create some amazing cards is absolutely huge. This is on a great deal today, as I say, 59 elements for £53 or $73. But in case you want to see exactly what you get, we're going to cross over to Sharon just to go through all of this, because you do get so much within this collection, and it's definitely worth going through all of the boards with Sharon. Sharon, if perhaps you could take us through all of the boards, and if we can rewind, because I know it's a little while since this launched. What was the kind of thought behind this particular collection, and why did you decide to sort of go with the butterflies and blooms feel?
It was basically the necessity for a butterfly die.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter how many you have, sometimes when you're crafting, you never have the right one.
Yeah.
And I was looking for a big statement butterfly, but I was also looking for a decorative matte layer on it. I couldn't find one online. So I said, no, the world needs decorative butterflies still, but to add a little bit extra to them with their layers and their decoration as well. So that's why I come up with a collection. So I'll talk you through butterflies and what you get from that. So this one here, this is Vanessa. Now in the die set itself, you will get your matte layer for the butterfly and for the two decorative dies as well. So you can use them on their own. Now somebody, I saw, it never amazed me online, somebody's used these as fairy wings.
Oh yeah.
And someone else used these as clouds. These ones, they sliced them down the middle, up here. I have to use this left and right as well. So they sliced them up here and used it for masking to make clouds on the card. Then they put the butterfly on. It was absolutely amazing.
Brilliant.
So, so you get your butterfly die and you get your decorative frame. Now, the decorative frame, when you put your butterfly die in the middle of the frame and you cut them together, you actually end up with another outline, and that's great if you want to do a shaker card, because you can use that as the edge on your plastic, your acetate on the front.
Brilliant.
So, and the butterflies have, as you can see, kinetic wings that lift up as well. So that's your Vanessa.
Okay.
Then you have Mariposa. And again, you have your matte layers. So you have your plain matte, and then you've got your decorative layers. And I've actually seen as well online, somebody made a mobile for a baby out of it. So what they did was they cut this out, and then they had the butterfly in the middle, like you do with the spinning characters. So they made two back to front, and they spun as well. So it was absolutely beautiful. That's the Mariposa. But in the set as well, to complement these butterflies, we have stamp sets. So the first one that we have here is Butterfly Friendship, and Fiona's just used elements from that. So I'm trying not to get a glare on it, guys. Sorry about this now with the lighting. But you have your sentiments, but not only do you get your butterflies and your sentiments in the pack, but you also get the outline dies that go with them.
Yeah.
So the outline dies can actually be used without the stamps to create further butterflies. And like if you want to do a frame, and I've seen them online where people just use coloured cards, they cut the butterflies, they lay them up symmetrically in the frame, and they frame it up, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. And then you could add the sentiment on the end as well. And we've got some bubbles as well over here. But you'll notice with the smaller butterflies, they're actually the negatives of the larger butterflies.
Yeah.
So when you stamp the larger butterflies, you can stamp the smaller ones and actually overlay them on it. So it gives you more dimension to your butterfly. And then this one here, this is Butterfly Love. So again, you get two large and two smaller butterflies, and you get your sentiments. It's like spread your wings and you make my heart flutter as well. And again, there's plenty of scope there as well for your colouring with your Spectrum Noirs or for inking on them as well. And don't forget, do them on vellum as well, do them on handmade papers, on tissues, do them on acetate with the embossing powders, and they work fantastic. So they add an extra element as well as using them for creating your background papers.
Absolutely.
But in the set as well, you get to sentiments. We have sending love and thinking of you. So you get your mat and your layer there as well. If you layer them up, you can use them together or use them separate. So they're just a list, just to add. So if you wanted to use them with the foam pad, just to give a bit of lift to your project. And then finally, we have in the set, we've got two what we call the double-sided quilling flowers.
These are brilliant.
Now, people haven't seen these before. I'll just explain, if I have time, really briefly. Traditionally, when you were quilling flowers, you got a single die. So you would have got one layer. And you would have had to cut that out twice. And then you would have had to put one layer over the other and offset so the top layer covered the gaps of the layer underneath. So already you've spent 2 or 3 minutes cutting twice, trying to do your alignment. Now, you can glue it down together. You would have used red liner tape or you would have used liquid glue. But what would have happened is when you went to quill that, it was either too stiff from the liquid glue and split apart, or the red liner tape offset then all the layers so you didn't get that uniformity. But with this concept, it's literally one cut, one fold, one roll. All the alignment's done for you, all the inking is got out of it, and it's quite simple. You can ink up the petals, add a bit of shape to them as well before you quill it up, but it's just as simple as you just cut it, you fold it along the perforation line that's in the centre of it, along here, and all your alignment's done for you. Pop it on your quilling tool or long nose tweezers, and then just quill it up. A little bit of glue along the strip is all you need, and a bit at the end of yours, and you have your flower. And then you just add your decorative elements to them. So I'm just going to turn it like this.
That's brilliant. Look at that.
Dimensional. But also in the kit, you get the foliage, but you also get what we call, these little guys here, and they're called calyx. They go on the underneath of the quilling. So cut 2 of them, maybe 3. Turn your flower over, glue them onto it, and they cover all the makings, the inner workings of the quilling. And it's great if you want to add a pin to make buttonholes, for weddings or brooches. And these also cut fabric. So if you put a fabric stiffener on your fabric and cut it out, you can make gorgeous little blooms for your coats and your jackets, and your hats and your headbands. But what I will say is, because it's a folding die, if you cut on double-sided paper and the colour is the same on both sides, that's fine. You'll end up with a uniform flower. But if it's a pattern on one side, plain on the other, and you fold it over, you will get different colour petals in sequence because you're folding it. So they do work better with double-sided when it's the same colour, but you can play around with them as well. And of course, you can, when you finish quilling, if you want a bigger bloom, you can keep adding to the end. So cut 2 or 3, keep adding. So you don't just end up with one kind of flower, you'll end up with a couple of different sizes and shapes as well. So there's no limit to it. And these guys, they will cut fabric, they will cut your flower foam as well. What I will say with your flower foam, when you are quilling it, quill it up on your tweezers because it's quite thick, and then secure it underneath with some hot glue. And then it won't unravel. So that just keeps it in place. And a couple of things people have asked me about the quilling tool. It's a standard quilling tool, but if you want to widen the prongs for thicker cards, just put a cross knife between it, give it a little wiggle, and the pins will actually open up themselves as well. So you don't need a specialised quilling tool for this job.
Just fantastic. So lovely to hear the talk around with that particular collection. And yeah, those quilling dies, I mean, you talk about the faff that people used to have, and maybe that's why people, you know, wouldn't attempt to do it. But the fact that you've got that system with those dies allowing you to be able to create those gorgeous flowers with ease is just brilliant. And the fact that you get those within that collection as well is amazing. Sharon, thank you so much for now. We're just going to recap on the details of the Butterflies and Blooms collection. Lowest price we've had it on, actually, the Butterflies and Blooms. And as I say, lots of you loving the various collections that we've got. Beth just saying on Facebook, I have the frames and Butterflies and Blooms collections and I love them. As I said, the great thing is, particularly if you've got this and then maybe you're going for the From the Heart stamp set today, you know that that's going to work beautifully with your Butterflies and Blooms. Like the frames work beautifully with the Butterflies and Blooms. They all work absolutely fantastically together. If today is the first that you're seeing of the Sharon Callis collections and you're going for the stamps, for example, at least then you know that you can come back and get these other two collections as well, and they'll all work beautifully together. Maxine on Facebook is saying craft card really shows off the butterflies. Yes, we've seen lots of beautiful makes today with craft card. I don't think we see enough of it. I think it's awesome. I really do. Joy just saying on YouTube, thank you for all the explaining, Sharon. And Diana on Facebook saying, just ordered, yay. Whatever you're going for on the show, you're onto a winner, because if you're going for the new collection, that's awesome. You can be one of the very first to get it. If you're going for this collection, you are going for this super low price today of £53 or $73. And if you're going for the frames as well, those on a lowest ever price deal, which we'll come on to in just a little while. Right now, though, it is time to find out the winners of our Galentine's competition for this show. Now, as I mentioned, if you don't know about this, today is Galentine's Day, where we're celebrating all things friendship. Our gals, our pals, our boyfriends, our pet friends, whoever it might be. And we've been asking over the last 24 hours for you to send in pictures of you and your mates, and we have been selecting winners at random to win some fantastic prizes. So we've got two Galentine's winners on this show. Our first winner winning themselves this rather lovely collection. You have got your Moroccan lace creator card there, and then you've also got plenty of sparkle. All that is one particular winner's prize, and our winner sending in her Galentine's Day picture is Dee Maddox. Dee, congratulations, that is yours. I'll give you details as to how you claim your prize in just a few moments' time. So that's our first winner, and then we've got another prize to give away in this show as well. I love giving stuff away. This is awesome. This is so cool. Oh wow, look at this prize. So this one here is your Pine Forest 3D embossing folder, and then also included with that you've got your magical moonlight stamp and die set. Love this a lot. And we have one winner of it, so congratulations to Margie Epley-Sack. Congratulations, wow. Margie. That Enchanted Christmas collection is coming your way. Many congratulations. Margie and Dee, to claim your prizes, all you need to do is get in touch with us. We'll get the email address up on the screen for you. Here it comes, prizes@crafterscompanion.com. Just email us there, and our guys will be in touch with you. Get all your details and we'll get these prizes sent out to you. But congratulations. More chances to win later on in Craft Vault. And by the way, don't know if I'm supposed to tell you or not, but I'll tell you anyway. Tomorrow, Valentine's Day, there will be more chances for you to win simply for commenting on shows. No more shall I say for now. Listen, we are going to take a quick little break here and get ready to show you more. Whilst we do that, there's a little video which will explain more about our Club Inspire. Have a look at this.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1,500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
There you go, hopefully all explained for you as far as Club Inspire is concerned. Basically, the more you shop, the more points you get, the more you save. Just worth bearing in mind as well, if you are shopping with us over the course of the Valentine's weekend, you spend £15 or $15, you will get this rather cool Rose Garden 6x6 paper pad thrown into your order for free. £15 or $15, that automatically goes into your basket while supplies last. Obviously, you may get to a point that those all go, but a nice little free gift coming in there. Lots of lovely comments still coming in. Ro on Facebook saying, Ben, looking very Clark Kent in your new glasses. I don't know about that, but thank you very much indeed. Sally Bond on Facebook saying, Ben, are you doing a Facebook Live quiz tonight? I seem to remember you saying something about a quiz, but I might have imagined it. I am doing a quiz, 8:30 UK time, a Valentine's quiz, just for a bit of fun. It might be a little bit later than 8:30 because I've got to get from here back to the house and set it all up and stuff, and hopefully it will work this time, because when I did it at Christmas, it didn't work, did it, first off? You couldn't hear what I was saying. So fingers crossed all the tech works. And Astrid on Facebook saying, it's gone 5 o'clock, just poured myself a glass of Prosecco and grabbed a toffee crisp. Boom!
Oh,
that is living, isn't it?
That sounds good.
Yes.
That sounds really good. I like the idea of that.
Are you dipping the toffee crisp in the Prosecco, Astrid? That's what I want to know. If you do want to get in touch, by the way, over the course of the next 45 minutes or so, you saw the details there on Facebook and on YouTube for you. But you might want to go and grab this collection whilst we still have it here. The Heart, it's from the Heart Stamp collection. 38 elements in total, proving really popular. If you want to grab it, this is exactly what you are going to get. All of these gorgeous stamps with these wonderful sentiments, and as we've seen already, this works perfectly with the collections you've already received from Sharon Callis. It works perfectly, you know, as a whole there. You've got within this particular one 7 different stamps to be able to kind of create your own image. The main focal point, happiness, is found in the simplest of things, but then if you can see, as we go through the different sentiments that you've got the ability to mix and match all of the extra embellishments as well. A day without laughter is a day wasted. This one here is gorgeous, wishing you a wonderful day. Cupcakes and balloons and candles and all sorts going on there. This one as well, absolutely love. Being a bit of a musician, you make my heart sing. You've got all of the different musical notes, the treble clef going on in there as well. Next up, you have the gorgeous there are so many beautiful reasons to be happy. Again, hopefully you saw the demo on this that Fiona did a little bit earlier on in the show. Absolutely stunning. Some gorgeous fonts, some gorgeous images that you can use time and time and time again. And this one here is just stunning, isn't it? I think that might be my favourite. Friendship, one of life's greatest gifts, with these gorgeous swoops and swirls and feathers and all those lovely birds included in that as well. It is 38 stamps in total, $31.96 or $39.80, saving off the price it should be even on launch day. And of course, if you grab this today as well, it does qualify you for that free gift too. Right, let us go back over to Fiona, who is ready and raring to go with the next demo. Producer George has gone, let's go over the other side for the fun stuff. So basically, Ben, shut up.
Yeah,
let's go and see some fun stuff.
Let me play. That's right. Absolutely. You make my heart sing.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful, with that incredible scroll in the corner with the treble clef. I love it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use 2 different types of ink. I know. Get us being all very... But actually what it is I want to do, what we're going to do first is we're going to start stamping some of this background, and I'm going to stamp it using the quick dry ink to start with. So we've got our treble clef going on here, and I've got my black quick dry ink just going on here. So we are just going to stamp up that fabulous, fabulous treble clef, and that is going to sit just in that corner.
You play
They
a
are.
musical instrument, don't you, Fiona?
Absolutely not. I used to do theory of music lessons.
Why did I think you played the trombone?
No. I used to do theory of music lessons for fun. But
You should do
I
theory
don't.
of music for fun.
For fun, I know, sad person that I am, but I don't play any instrument at all. Whereas my nieces and nephews are very musical, and they play the big sax. They play the squeeze box, the piano, accordion.
Yeah.
You can tell I'm not musical, aren't you? Because I'm having to do the actual. Yes. There we go. So look, I've just got my swirl. So that's what I've got first off. So we're going to take this off now, and I'm just going to dry this.
I'm sure there's some...
Right.
I play a few instruments. George was saying about musical instruments. Like, yeah, I play the piano. Piano's probably my best. I play a bit of violin, guitar.
Yeah.
A
The
few bits and pieces.
my sister's kids all play the fiddle,
Yeah.
which is good fun. But I wish I could play anything, but no.
I was sure that you played one of our crafters here plays a wind instrument or a brass instrument. I'm sure of it because we were talking about forming a band, and I had you in the band, Fiona, but maybe...
Did you?
Maybe not. Maybe you can just play the
bless.
triangle.
I can play the triangle or the comb.
The
You
what?
know the paper comb. The
Right.
paper and comb, all maracas. But that's probably about as far as it goes. And that's only because I've had a bit of practice shaking those sparkle pots. So look at that. That's looking good. Now, I'm just dusting over that
Yeah.
with my anti-static bag, because now we're going to start building layers using our fabulous, where did I put that stamp? Here we are. Using our fabulous pigment inks. And this is something you can do to create your background. So I'm just going to, now normally I would clean that off, but that's going to be as good as it gets.
Worth
to be
bearing in
honest.
mind as well, if you're just watching these demos and you
That's
want to
what
know
I
more
want
about
to
the
do
different
with it.
inks, quick dry inks, pigment inks, water resistant inks, what I'm supposed to use with this, that and the other, make sure you join us tomorrow for our craft class, which is 1 o'clock UK time. I don't know why I'm saying it so slowly. I'm just waiting to make sure that is exactly the time.
Yeah,
I'm
and do you
sure
know what?
that
I
it is.
put a post up in Club Inspire
Yeah.
a few days ago. Go and find it. And I said, any questions that you've got, pop them there. And what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to have a look at them and try and answer as many of them as I possibly can. So that's your place to head to. But of course, you can also talk to us when we're live tomorrow. Now, there's my stamp. What I want to do is just offset that a bit. Doesn't matter if it's not perfect, but I just want to offset it a wee bit. There we go. So now, hopefully, yes, I've got my gold
Ooh, yes.
on top of the black, liking that. That's working well. And then I've got that beautiful heart, which is going to go in there. There we go. I love that. Love that. And we're going to go fuchsia pigment ink. Of course we're going to go fuchsia pigment ink. Absolutely.
Hey, whilst you're stamping this up, we're getting a crafty band here together. Astrid on Facebook. I play sax, and I used to teach music theory. Astrid, you're in the band. Who else plays musical instruments? Stacey Patton. I play cello, and I love doing music theory. And I love this. Kerry, surname Reed, on YouTube. I love the stamp. And I'm a clarinet and sax teacher, because you've got your reed, haven't you, and your clarinet and your sax.
Fantastic.
So we've got Kerry in the band on. We'll have you on clarinet then, Kerry. Astrid, you're on sax. Stacey's on the cello. I'll be on piano then, and Fiona's on the maracas for the minute.
Yes.
Anyone else who wants to join the band? I can imagine you on the maracas in the background. Give it a good old shake.
It kind of works, doesn't it? So then we're going to pop that heart there. You make my heart sing. There we are. Wow thing. There we are. And then we're just going to pop some random hearts and musical instruments all over the background. Oh, I've just realised that the little musical notes, Sharon, you genius, you've put little hearts on the musical notes. How genius
little
is
quavers,
that?
those are. Quaver hearts.
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Yeah, they
gorgeous. Right, here we go. So that, because pigment ink is a sticky ink, what I'm going to do after I've done this is I'm going to heat emboss all of these. So we're just going to have a couple of hearts up there. Oh, love that.
Oh,
Do you know sometimes you do something, it helps if you take the lid off the ink, Fiona, you
yes.
silly woman. You silly woman. Hey ho.
We've all been
there. We go. Yeah. Me more often than not though, eh?
It's one of those days today, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, so then that is going to sit down there. That I'm liking a lot.
I am.
And now what we're going to do, where did I put my piece of card? Oh, I'll have to have another piece, put it somewhere safe. I'll find it presently. Right. So now what we're going to do with this is we are going to cover it with, now, clear. Right. Dum dum da, 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 da. So if I've done this right, the clear embossing powder is going to stick to the pigment ink, but not to the black ink. Because the black was actually quick dry ink, so that is going to pop in there. Let's pop the lid on there. I'm liking that, I really am. And then what we're going to do is just heat emboss it.
Whilst we're waiting for the magic to happen, continuing our band here, Terry Lee on Facebook says, my music career ended in 7th grade. Following my solo in front of the class, my teacher said, have you considered art classes? Oh, that's horrible. 45 years later, friends still tease me about it. Terry Lee, tell us what instrument you played and we'll put you in the band. Peg says, I play electronic drums in a church band. Peg's on drums and Sam's on the French horn. I played French horn many moons ago. You're in, Sam, French horn. We're getting a good brass section coming together here. Lots of love for this collection as well. Maxine just said on Facebook, Sharon thinks there's so many little elements, like the insects in the frames, by the way. We'll come on to that a little bit later on. But yes, so many elements that you've got within all of the different collections that we've got for you today. This one from the Heart Stamp Collection, of course, being the new one that you can get your hands on today. And this is looking brilliant, Fiona.
Just looking fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love heat embossing.
It's one of those things that no matter how many times you've seen it, you still marvel at it each and every time watching the magic happen.
Absolutely. And the thing is, you watch it and as it changes colour, so as it goes from that pale colour to the glossy, you move your heat gun. But you'll notice what I'm not doing is I'm not wafting it around as if it was a hairdryer. So I'm just very slowly letting it travel around the whole of my design there. I just think this is fun, don't you? So it says, you make my heart, and you've got sing at the bottom. I'm just going to turn it round and just catch.
I've got, now you keep saying you make my heart sing, I've got George Squared in my ear going, wow, sing!
Yes.
You make my heart sing!
Perfect.
And that's
perfect,
it, no more.
Perfect. So, then if I hold that up and I will flick it, look.
Oh, here we go.
Look, isn't that fun?
Yeah.
So you've got the dark, but then you've got it overlaid with the gold in that to make that corner more interesting. And then you've just got a bit of a swirl going on at the bottom. That frames that beautifully. And then what we're going to do is just pop a card quickly together. By the way, have used the rose gold embossing folder confetti burst.
Yeah.
Confetti burst on some bright pink card. Of course I have. So the bright pink card is just going to sit in here and we're just going to pop this together. How do I make so much mess in such a small space?
I've no idea, because you always start off very neat, Fiona.
do,
I've noticed
don't
that,
I?
everything's sort of quite
and then it
neat and
all
tidy. It just goes downhill, doesn't
yeah,
it?
it really does.
Isn't that
It
the joy
really
of crafting, though? I would imagine
Yes.
there's lots of crafters who are thinking exactly the same. You start off with intentions to be neat, but then as the project comes along, and I think it's because you improv quite a lot, Fiona, as well.
I think you're right.
I think that's what it
you're
is.
right. If I had a plan and stuck to it, it might be a bit neater.
Yeah, exactly right. But you know, because you just sort of go, oh, that's a good idea, I'll try that, and then you go off on this tangent and that tangent. That's why you get in a bit of a
Yeah.
a bit of a muddle.
But do you know what? I think
It's a fun muddle, though.
creative, it's a creative experiment, isn't it? So that is going to sit in there. Then we've got another piece which is going to sit just on the side here. Da, da, da. There we go. That bit's going to sit up there. That's my base card made. That can just dry for a second just there whilst I just layer up my next bit. So we'll just have a little bit of glue on there. That bit, I love bright pink. It is my colour of choice, except I wanted to put that the other way around. That's okay, we'll do it that way. That works, that works, that works. There we are, just a little pink border.
Lots of love for this card already. Patricia just saying, what a great idea to use different types of ink when heat embossing.
Yeah.
And Anne-Marie saying, so pretty, Fiona. It gives me some inspiration. That is exactly what we're here for.
Yes.
And Susan on Facebook just saying, Ben, that was my card. Wild thing. You make my heart sing. And then use the wild peekaboo animals. Well, there you go, Susan. Great minds think alike, eh? Great minds think alike.
Great minds think alike.
Maybe that's a song we can play in our crafty band that we're putting together as well.
I think so. And then I'm just going to use tape to hold that on there, she says. Yes, I am, because I've got my tape pen here. A goodly amount of tape is going on there. That's a bit like a pinch when you're cooking. A goodly amount. That is going to sit just there. That needs to be squared off because it's not. But there we go. That's fun, isn't it?
Absolutely love that.
And there we go.
And
I'm
there
just
he
going to
comes.
hold it because it's just drying. But isn't that fun? I can even move the glue out of the way. Look at that. There we go.
How cool is that? Seriously. And again, great to be able to see it step by step by step. You can recreate these cards. I absolutely love. We'll have to recap on Fiona's makes in just a few moments time. 3. Is that 3 or 4 now?
Yeah,
3.
3, I think.
Fantastic cards so far. So you can vote for your favourite one, and we'll crown the demo of the show in around about, we've only got about half an hour left, unbelievably.
Wow, where's the time
But
gone?
I know it's flying by because we're having a lot of fun, you see.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the From the Heart stamp collection that you're going to get. Once again, 38 elements included within this beautiful set. Brand new to us. Launch day today, of course, with this. And it is just stunning. Whether these are for cards, whether these are for home decor pieces, just stunning. Happiness is found in the simplest of things is the first stamp that you're going to get. And I say stamp, you've actually got 7 within this, 7 separate stamps. So you've got the ability to be able to use elements and embellishments from each of the mini collections with others. This one here, A Day Without Laughter, is a day wasted. Again, you've got the little florals in here, the little circles or bubbles that Fiona used a little bit earlier on in conjunction with another one of the stamps. This one is Wishing You a Wonderful Day. Again, loads of swirls. You've got the little balloon and the cupcake with the little hundreds and thousands going on there too to be able to decorate all of those up. You Make My Heart Sing. Wild Time is the one that you just saw a few moments ago. How great was that technique that we saw with Fiona there, using the different styles of ink to be able to create that gorgeous embossed effect. Love the fact as well, like we it's just little details, isn't it? Like loads of you have picked up on the little musical notes there. You've got the little hearts just incorporated within that. It's so clever, and it's all these little individual details that you love so much, and why these collections are so loved. There are so many beautiful reasons to be happy. Is the next little set that you've got, again with more florals in here and the gorgeous swirls and flourishes. Love that little bow there too. And then you've got the, I think my favourite, the friendship stamp. Friendship is one of life's greatest gifts. Again, with the kind of like the motion of the birds flying into view there. That one is 3 different stamps in total. But again, the fact that you can kind of use different elements from each of the collections, mini collections within the main collection is just so cool. And the fact that you can use these so many different ways. Loads of people have been suggesting for just those cards where you're sending hugs. You're sending a card to somebody just because during these difficult times, this is a stamp set that will allow you to do that. A stamp set that you'll come back to time and time again to make those just because cards. I really love it. $31.96 or $39.80 is the deal on this. Again, launch price of $47.94 or $59.70. You're not paying that today. You're paying this price, saving $15.98 or $19.90. And then, of course, if you're a platinum member, another 20% comes off that for you as well. Just want to quickly touch on the frames that you've got on the show too. Right, these are gorgeous, and these were launched, I want to say start of the year, might have been a little bit further back, but the vintage lace frames are just absolutely amazing for all sorts of different projects, for frames of different shapes and sizes, for all of your mats and layers as well. These are just perfect. And what I love about these is the intricacy and the detail. And also today, look at that price. Best price ever on this particular collection. Within each of these, when we chat to Sharon in just a little bit, we'll let her show you, but within each of these, you've got little creatures hidden within each of the different frames to look out for. But that is the gorgeous Irish lace frame. Here is your Torkin lace frame. Again, you'll appreciate all of the detail and the size of these as well. These are really, really big size dies, plenty of metal for your money. And once again, the fact that you can make all of the different layers, the mats and layers, the different frames, the detailing is absolutely phenomenal. This one is your Venetian lace frame. This one for me has got a very sort of mirror on the wall sort of effect to it. I love it. And once again, this one you can see that cute little animal creature in the top there. Can you see it? You can. We'll reveal all of these in just a little bit. It's not a panda. It can be a panda if you want it to be a panda. But look, you can see. You can. Oh, you're going down the bottom. Where are you going? Here. Here. Look. Look at this. You see the little creature now in the bottom? I can see Sharon in the bottom of my screen there. I'm on the way. A bee, did you say a bee? Yes, it is not a panda. Yes, look, a gorgeous little bee. And in each of these, as I say, you have got a little hidden creature as well. This one is your bobbin lace frame. And I think we're going to be looking at this with Fiona in just a little while as well. Lowest ever price on these. You can see that once you've got a set like this, you are just away because you've got so much scope. Just the detail of the lace frame as well, the intricacy that you've got is absolutely stunning. And you've got it on the best ever deal for $36.37 or $53.17 if you're shopping with us in the US. You can take another 20% off that deal as well, of course, if you are a platinum member. So a great day to buy. If you've been waiting for these to come down to that lowest ever price, today is the day, best day that you can grab them. So make sure you do. $36.37 or $53.17 is the deal on those. More messages coming in, which we'll take a look at in just a few moments' time. And we've got some of your pictures as well, which have come in. So we'll have a look at those right now, actually. So let's have a look at what you have been sending in over the course of the last hour and a half or so. PPE Pam, here we go. Look at this. Now, this is the frame that we've just showed you here. Absolutely gorgeous. Getting a round of applause from Sharon. I can just see in the bottom of my monitor there. I love that bit of Strictly Ballroom going on there. That just looks absolutely brilliant. And it shows you, doesn't it, just how these frames will complement lots of designs that you want to go for. That is just stunning. I love that in the silver and the black. Pam, awesome. Patty, who was our winner a little bit earlier on, of course, on our Happy Galentine's Day, again using elements. That is the Mariposa, isn't it, from the Butterflies and Blooms collection. Again, really, really love these. Beautiful. Getting another round of applause from Sharon. I can see her in the bottom of my screen there. I'll make the sound effects. And then Cindy Smith has been working with the Wild at Heart, well, the little peekaboo characters you can see there, and then you've got I've got the wild thing on my brain, you see. So you've got the wild thing, you make my heart sing. That is just brilliant. 2 enthusiastic thumbs up all the way from Ireland coming to you, Cindy, for that. I mean, that is just awesome, isn't it? Wild thing, you make my heart sing, and then you've got all the little characters, little peekaboo characters, of course, peering over that Z Fold card. Phenomenal. Thank you for all those pictures. That one certainly put a smile on my face. I love the fact great minds think alike, eh? We're singing it. You're making cards out of it already. You're miles ahead of us. Right, we've got more demos to show you. We've also got to pick our demo of the show in just a few moments' time. But if you are brand new to us here on the channel, or you've only just arrived with us in the last week or so and you want to be able to shop with us, how do I shop, I hear you cry? Well, here's a video to show you.
Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
Loads of lovely comments still coming in. Astrid saying, Fiona making such gorgeous samples. Lots of chat about the crafty band as well that we've been having. Kim Edwardson saying, good for Ben. I played clarinet and sang in choir at school. Hubby has a band and has been playing in a band since he was 12 years old. He is now 66. Well, we'll get you both in, Kim and hubby. Maxine saying, so beautiful, Fiona. Yes, cerise pink is my colour too. Lovely frame, says Pam on Facebook. And just using the outside edges make great openings for box lids. Felicia saying, what size are the frames? I can tell you very quickly, just looking through. So the largest die sizes, the Talking Lace is 5.7 by 5.7 inches. The Irish Lace, largest die is 6.1 by 5.1. The Venetian Lace is largest size 7.4 by 5.1, and the bobbin lace frame is 6.2 by 5.7 inches. That is the largest size, so hopefully that is helpful to you. Jean just saying, great price for all those very useful dies. They would be used on every single card, and lots of love for the card that we saw from Cindy a few moments ago, those peekaboo animals. Wild thing, you make my heart sing. I love it. We are going to have a look at the frames with Fiona. You're just going to pop one through the machine, aren't you, Fiona?
Yeah, absolutely, because I just want you to see how fabulous these are. And I mean, this is an incredible value. You're getting all of these. You're not having to choose. You are getting the bobbin lace frame. You are also getting the Irish lace, the Venetian lace, and the Torkin. That is, in total, 20 dies. And as Ben said, some of those, the biggest dies are 5.7 by 5.7, 7.4 inches by 5.1 is the biggest one of that Venetian lace. So I've just taken out the square one, which is the Torkin lace, so you can see this in its entirety. So this is what you get in the packet. This is your biggest die. This is your 5.7 by 5.7. So you get 1, 2, and that is going to cut all the way out, but not in the center. 3, 4, 5 different dies. So this is how we're going to use these, so you can see how fabulous they are going to look. We are going to cut our biggest matten layer just in this blue card right here. She says, I'm just looking for me tape. There we go. So I'll just pop this down here. Now I don't need my metal plate to cut that, but I might need my metal plate to cut my little die, which I'm going to pop through at the same time.
Okay.
So I'm just popping those together, and then we're going to pop these through. So I'm just doing a mass of cutting at the moment, Ben. So that is what's going to be happening here. So I'll get them all cut out first, then we can put them all together, and I've got some fantastic samples to show you.
Good. Well, whilst you're cutting then, a good time for me just to recap on the Valentine's Day weekend that we're doing, where we're giving you the opportunity, if you spend £15 or $15, you get your free Rose Garden paper pad. That just gets added for you straight away at checkout. So you don't have to worry about searching the web for that and then popping it into your basket. If you spend £15 or $15 or more, you will receive that gift whilst supplies last on that. And it basically means that during this show, if you go for any of the collections that we've got, that free paper pad will go into your basket, whether it is the vintage lace frames collection, or whether you're going for the new stamps, or whether you're going for the butterflies and blooms, that will be added into your basket as well. And don't forget, tomorrow on Crafters TV, with it being Valentine's Day, we've got more prizes to give away. I'll let you into the secret. Basically, if you get in touch during the shows and you're commenting on Facebook and YouTube, you will stand a chance of winning winning some of the amazing prizes that we've got. And I think we've got up to 4 winners in some of the shows. I might just have made that up, which is a bit of a worry to me, but I think that's right. So that's coming up tomorrow simply for commenting during the shows. And of course, don't forget tomorrow as well, we've got another one of our craft classes coming up, which is all about ink pads. So if you've ever wondered what ink pad does what, which inks you need for what tools you use with your ink pads and all that kind of stuff, then that craft class is definitely going to be for you tomorrow at 1 UK time. And like Fiona was saying, actually, if you've got any questions that you want to get in beforehand, always worth doing, because the craft class that I did last week with Debbie, we were just ram-jammed as far as questions were concerned. So get your question in nice and early, and then we can make sure that we get it answered for you tomorrow from 1 o'clock. It's going to be a busy, busy old weekend. And yes, if you were looking for someone to spend your Valentine's Day with, spend it with us.
Yeah.
George and George are delighted in the gallery that they get to spend their Valentine's with me and Fiona. My wife's delighted that I'm up here as well, I think. Give her a bit of peace and quiet on Valentine's Day.
Bless. Right. Okay, so let's do some unveiling and putting these back so you can just see the value that you are getting here. So we have cut our first layer, which is that big mat. There we go, absolutely beautiful. That would make a great shaped card. Then we're going to go to, look how beautifully these come out as well.
Look at this.
If you use the die in the centre, you can of course make that into a complete frame. I haven't, so I've got a matte and layer, which I could stand percentiment in. But what I chose to do, so we'll put that one back just there we go. But what I chose to do is to do myself a wonderful simple mat in the centre, because you can do that. So that sits in the centre just there. Do you see what I mean about how beautifully these build up? They are just one of those that you kind of gotta have, have to have because you are going to use them so many times. I mean, just look, if I turned that into a card, that would look incredible, wouldn't it? Really pretty.
Absolutely.
Really pretty. And then here we go. I've got a few bits of fluff on there, but let me just get that piece of tape off. There we are. So that sits in there. Now look,
that's immense.
Just by cutting different bits of card.
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful? You know, when I said I just want to cut the card because I want you to see the incredible design which is in them, that is stunning, and that is just one of the sets that you are getting. And then you're going to be able to make amazing things like these coming up. Now take a look at these, and it is all about the frames. There we go. That is gorgeous. This one is exactly that same frame you've just seen me cut. Look how beautiful.
Love the colours.
That is. And that's just white card, which is coloured.
Yeah.
I mean, stunning is not the word, but take a look at this. You start playing with these and turning these frames round.
Yeah, this is a great example as well, because you might get, you know, these frames are gorgeous and intricate, aren't they? You might kind of think to yourself, well, I can only make that type of card with them. But then look at this, you know, a 7-year-old birthday card, just brilliant, with the shaker elements in there as well. They're so versatile.
They really, really are. So, and then you've got, look at this. This is why you must, if you're looking at these and you haven't already got them, get them, because they are stunning and they are so ridiculously versatile. And did you say best ever price, Ben?
I did say best ever price.
Oh my word, oh my word. So let's have a look at that. Now look at that one which had just been turned 90 degrees. So if we go back to our pretty ones here, you could leave them like that. You could then just turn that one 90 degrees. Pop that in there, and then look at that. Completely different look, just from the same set of dies. I love them. I absolutely adore them. You need to have them in your life.
You've got to go for these today, honestly, for $36.37. Best ever deal on this. So if you have been waiting, if you've been thinking, shan't, I'm going to wait for the price to drop, the lowest ever price we've done these at. And when you consider that, 20 dies in total, 20 elements that you can create some just gorgeous cards with, $36.37. 5317. Do not miss out. Loads of lovely comments still coming in. All the cards today, says Mary Beth Dole on Facebook, have been outstanding. Such a creative group. Absolutely. And you know what? Some amazing cards here, some amazing samples that we've seen with Sharon, who we'll speak to again in just a few moments, and some amazing cards that you guys have been sending us as well. So thank you for all of these. Teresa on Facebook just saying these samples are gorgeous. Absolutely. This is the kind of thing that you can create. You know, the samples are there for us to kind of show you the things that you can do. And absolutely, this is what you can do, what you can create when you get these sets home. Whether you're going for the frames today or indeed you're going for the brand new collection, this gorgeous From the Heart stamp collection. Seriously, if you are looking for a stamp set which is going to give you real kind of craftability, real kind of ease of use, and also a set which is brilliant for the now. That's what I love about this particularly, whether it is for making cards, whether it is for making home decor, the sentiments that you've got here. Yes, these are going to work for years and years to come, but these are definitely for the now as well, for sending those cards. Like we were talking about, let's try and flood the post at the moment with cards to friends and family members who are perhaps struggling just a little bit during these particular times, who need a bit of a pick-me-up, who need to put, you know, a bit of happiness in their life. That's what you've got within this collection, the ability to create cards that are going to bring so much happiness to that person in your life. Happiness is found in the simplest of things. 7 dies within this little collection, including butterflies and beautiful florals as well. What about bringing some laughter to somebody in their life right now? Absolutely, a day without laughter is a day wasted. And once again, 8 different stamps to be able to, you know, kind of use within all of the other stamps that you've got within this collection. Guess what else we've got? Wishing you a wonderful day. Just because this is obviously a great stamp to use for a birthday, but why not just wish somebody a wonderful day just because you want to wish somebody a wonderful day? It doesn't have to be for a birthday. These are stamps for of the now, sending somebody a gorgeous card just to say, you know what, you make my heart sing. I mean, that is absolutely perfect, of course, for Valentine's, for birthdays, but listen, I love this one with the treble clef, the musical notes on there. You can see Fiona's demo from that a little bit earlier on by watching the show back. You can watch all of these shows back, of course, don't forget as well, on YouTube and Facebook and on our website. There is beautiful. There are so many beautiful reasons to be happy. Again, how gorgeous is that? So versatile. You've got 8 different stamps within that collection with flowers and swirls and bows and that gorgeous sentiment. And this one is lovely. Friendship, one of life's greatest gifts. You've got your feather there, beautiful feather, you beautiful birds flying into shot as well. If I'm stumbling over my words just a little bit, I've got George and George in the gallery singing in my ear, which is mightily off-putting, particularly as neither of them can sing. 31. No,
you can't break their enthusiasm. You know, regardless of that, they're going
Fiona,
full volume. It's
Fiona,
fantastic.
I love their enthusiasm. I just hate their singing. 31.96 or 39.80. You think you know he's a professional, this guy. You have no idea what I have to put up with in here. What I have to put up with.
Bless you. Right, okay.
Right, let's go back to the demos.
Yeah, let's do it. I want to do a demo. Look at this. Happiness is found in the simplest of things, including our wonderful gallery singing, because they are happy. Here we go. What we're going to do is we're just going to stamp this with our alcohol-proof ink pad. Oh, here we go.
By the way, we need to vote on the card of the show. I've just had a message pop up. We need to do that in a minute. It's only got 10 minutes left.
Okay, bear with caller, and let me stamp this, and then I'll grab the 3 of them.
Please hold the line.
Please hold the line. Because actually, to be honest, I haven't got go-go gadget arms, and I've put them behind me. So I'm just going to stamp this down. There we go. Happiness is found in the simplest of things. And what we're going to do is we're going to take some of these fantastic extra stamps. You want me to? Okay.
I must thank Sally in North Devon for that. Sally's on the ball, unlike me.
Okay, 3 cards.
Yeah.
Phew. No rest for the wicked, eh?
That was card number 1. So that's number 1. That is beautiful. I like that. Number 2 was the butterfly, which is again, that is gorgeous. And number 3, in
there we go.
My heart sing, which is your favourite? 1 butterfly, 1 beautiful, 2 butterfly, or 3 heart. Get voting now. The voting lines are open. Vote for your fave, 1, 2 or 3, and we'll announce the winner in around about 5 or 6 minutes time. Sorry, back to you.
Fantastic. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are just going to pop a few random stamps around. If I move those out the way now. Here we go. They are going to pop over there for now. And what we're going to do is to do a few random stamps. So again, here we go. We're going in with the quick dry inks now, because these are great ones to grab if you just need a really quick background. So we're going to go there. Pretty, huh? Really gorgeous. And just pop these here.
Oh,
there we
yes.
go. There we go. So they're going to pop there. And then we're going to grab that other one and just pop these on. So I've got all sorts of colours going on here, and there might be some random colours because I'm going to mix it up as well. So here we go. Oh, I think I've just popped the leg on that, but that's fine. We'll keep going for now. There we are. Really pretty, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Just good, fun, and lovely.
Again, the whole
stamps.
mix and matchability, if that's a good sentence, is great with this collection too. I honestly think, you know, again, if you are new to us here and you're wanting to get into stamping, this is a great set to go for, because just so versatile. Love the idea of making home decor pieces as well with these. Really super.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then I'm just going to get the butterfly, which is going to pop wherever I fancy putting it, to be honest. Here we go. I just think these colours work so well together. Where are we going to pop? We're going to...
It's been a colourful day today.
It has. Well, it was never going to be
Crafters
anything
TV.
Else with me here, was it?
No, you set the tone with that top, Fiona.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, the only one thing that hasn't been colourful is George and George's singing. But then again, you've not had to listen to that at home, have you? So George and George apparently talking about karaoke sessions. We'll keep you in the soundproof gallery so that no one else can hear it.
So here we are. Look at this. If you thought that my top was colourful, look at that amazing, amazing background. How about that?
Amazing.
How about that? I will show you a slightly different variation on the theme. I'm liking that though.
I am.
But there we go.
There we go.
There's a finished one. We're going to have to put a piece of tape on the counter about where I need to put these, because otherwise it's a bit like Bernie the Bolt. You know, left a bit, up a bit, right a bit, fire. That show would never get past health and safety now, would it?
Probably not.
Let's just blindfold somebody and give them a crossbow. That works. Yeah, that was entertainment in my time.
An absolutely amazing card. 3 for you to vote on, which we'll come to in just a second. But let us quickly chat to Sharon, who, of course, is the designer of this collection, the From the Heart stamp collection. Sharon, have you been marvelling at Fiona's demos? It just shows, doesn't it, what a great collection this is for versatility.
Amazing. It just goes to show, as you said, the different combinations, the different variations. And I actually had a little brainwave. I do get them occasionally. While that, if you don't want to make cards, these stamps are postcard size.
Oh yeah.
So why not make postcards, or even make little gift packs of postcards to send to your friends, so they can send out to their friends. You know, spread the love, spread the joy.
I love that idea, and you've got some lovely finished samples as well, there, haven't you? Just to inspire us even more.
Yeah, just really quickly to go back through them. So this is the beautiful stamp, and it's using the bobbin lace frame, very similar to the card demo that Fiona did earlier. So when you stamp on this, then you can just use your Spectrum Noir pens, colour in the elements, cut them out, build them up, do a bit of decoupage. You could do the whole frame there and end up, you could have a wreath with the sentiment in the middle. So that's with the beautiful stamp. With the wonderful stamp here, then it's having fun with the little cupcake. Again, adding the little sprinkles or adding the cherry or the candle. And then using the Irish lace, the largest frame there, that was used. That works perfectly for those stamps as well. A bit of ombre stamping with quick dry ink. The laughter stamp then, a very quick and easy easel card.
Brilliant.
That was done there with that. That was using the Venetian lace stamp die. A colour wash background, how simple and how quick is that? The stamps themselves, hold their own when they're stamped over a colour wash background, so don't be afraid to play and experiment with that technique. And then from the heart, Valentine's Day coming up, and colour in the heart, leave it blank, do some 3D decoupage on it, and again, using your extra elements like your flowers and your stamps on the sides there to decorate. And then the happiness stamp, this technique was done using the white embossing powder and just inked over, a bit of resist technique, very quick, very simple with that. And A Day Without Laughter, I love this one from Lisa. So this is using the extra elements in that to add to the front, but also to create on the inside your decorative features as well. So pop another sentiment inside, a message or a photo even, lovely little gift. Then we have Wonderful. This is an 8x8 card, so it just goes to show how big and bold that these sentiments are. And then we added our little cupcake on that one.
Love it.
And then finally, Beautiful stamp. So this is stamped, but the stamps are used again around the edges to create frames, create extra decorative elements with the Spectre Noir pens, highlighted there in the middle then by going around with an IG1 pen, just to give a little bit more depth and dimension. But as I said, even that as a postcard would absolutely be beautiful. Brighten up the postal system, give them a little treat. I'm sure they're fed up with seeing white and brown envelopes floating through the system. How fun are they?
Absolutely right. That's what we need to do. Flood the postal system with joy. And I love that idea of, like you said, little postcards, even sending them off in an envelope to people who perhaps want to do some crafting on their own at home. Perhaps you haven't got these. You can stamp them out, send them off to someone, and they can have a lot of fun with them as well. Sharon, thank you so much. It's always an absolute pleasure to have you on Crafters TV, and always lovely to chat. Have you got anything else in the pipeline that you can chat about and let us know about before we go?
I'm really excited for March. I can't tell you too much, but all I can say is your friends will be green with envy when they see what you can make.
Oh, I think I know what it might be. I love that little wiggle. No, it's a little teaser, little taster teaser. I love that, Sharon. Thank you so much. Another brilliant collection you brought to us, and no doubt we'll be seeing you again very soon here on Crafters TV. Thank you, Sharon.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for your comments, and thanks, Fiona, as well, for amazing demos.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks, Sharon. See you soon.
Bye.
Oh, brilliant. The lovely Sharon Callis. Isn't it amazing when we can meet the designers of these collections? And it's always lovely when Sharon's with us in the craft house. Make sure you get whatever it is that you've got in your basket. Check out your baskets because whatever is in there is not yours until you do. Thank you for all the messages coming in, by the way. Karen just saying, love this show and all the beautiful creations by Sharon, Fiona and Crafty Friends. Debbie on Facebook, I've got 16 orders out, just waiting for the delivery. Wow. Posty's going to be busy. Can't wait. This week has been fun. And what was the demo of the show, I hear you cry? Well, let's find out. There is a winner. What do you reckon it is? So we had the beautiful, we had the butterfly, and we had the heart. The winner, what do you reckon's won, Fiona?
I was going to go beautiful, the first one. Would I be wrong?
You would be wrong. It's either 2 or 3.
Okay, I'm going to go heart then.
You would be wrong.
Okay, so the winner is our fabulous butterfly. I mean, it is stunning, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. You've got that wonderful, wonderful background, all of those fantastic stamps. But it doesn't matter what you do, get them and have fun.
Absolutely. Best ever price on the frames there, of course. Lowest price on the butterflies. New collection as well. Grab yours. Don't miss out. That card's going to go on our Crafty Walk of Fame. Thank you so much to Fiona and Sharon. We will be back on Craft Vault in an hour's time. We'll see you then.